UCC-1 Debt Elimination. On May 23, 1933, Congressman Louis T. McFadden, R.O., chairman of the House Banking and Finance Committee, brought formal charges against the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve Bank System, the Comptroller of the Currency, and the Secretary of the United States Treasury. These charges encompass numerous criminal acts, including but not limited to conspiracy, fraud, unlawful conversion, and treason. To shield themselves from these charges, both the House and the Senate passed House Joint Resolution 192, HJR 192, on June 5, 1933. This resolution stipulated that the people, who had been compelled to surrender their gold to the federal government following an unlawful proclamation by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, would be exempt from paying their debts, since their lawful means of payment, gold, had been confiscated. HJR 192 served as a legal remedy for this governmental action. The legal basis of UCC-1 debt elimination. The concept of UCC-1 debt elimination originates from HJR 192, wherein the corporate United States Congress removed from the flesh and blood individuals of the several United States of America their tangible means of conducting transactions. In place of this, they introduced Federal Reserve notes, which function as mere debt instruments rather than lawful money. This legislative shift established an exemption that allows for an alternative method of discharging debt. Understanding the acceptance/redemption process. The acceptance/redemption process enables individuals to access the trust account that the federal government has been utilizing since birth to monetize and manage the national debt. Upon issuing a birth certificate, the Department of the Treasury establishes a constructive trust account, which allows the corporate United States, along with its subsidiaries, states, counties, and cities, to interact with individuals as fictitious entities rather than living persons. Since public entities cannot lawfully interact with real individuals, they have devised a system to make individuals believe that they are engaging directly with them. This system compels individuals to act as sureties for their corporate personas, often referred to as the straw man. By filing a UCC-1 financial statement, security agreement, and negotiable bill of exchange with Federal Reserve routing numbers, individuals separate themselves from their corporate accommodation party and assume the role of the first secured creditor to that corporate debtor. The corporate identity is the one legally liable for debts, yet the living individual has been making payments. This filing process reasserts the rightful priority claim over assets held in trust by the government. Utilizing the trust account for debt discharge. By utilizing the trust account, individuals can assign credit to financial institutions where the fictitious entity holds obligations. This non-cash transaction, conducted within the public fiction of commerce under the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC, facilitates debt discharge without traditional payment methods. Since credit is assigned rather than currency transferred from a personal checking account, the debt is legally settled. Mortgage elimination and legal procedures. For mortgage elimination, the credit in the strawman account is used to redeem the mortgage note through a commercial bill of exchange. The credit is transferred to the mortgage holding bank, effectively discharging the obligation. If the bank accepts the legal tender per the mortgage agreement, the individual may then request reconveyance of the deed to reclaim full ownership of the property. However, if the bank refuses to honor the discharge, it is considered in dishonor for failing to fulfill the contractual obligations of the mortgage. The grantor, property owner, then has the legal right to revoke the mortgage agreement within 33 days and foreclose on the bank. Concurrently, individuals may seek judicial review of administrative procedures, ensuring that the process adheres to applicable legal statutes. Should the judge refuse to sign an order, the case is automatically ruled in favor of the individual after 6 months by default. Protecting assets from legal risks. To safeguard clear title ownership from predatory legal actions, individuals can strategically transfer property ownership through a structured multi-step process. 1. Buyer A purchases the property for $10 in consideration and holds it for 10 days. 2. Buyer B purchases from Buyer A for $10 in consideration, holding the property for another 10 days. 3. Buyer C purchases from buyer B for $10 in consideration, retaining ownership for 91 days. 4. Finally, the property is sold to an asset protection program in which the individual is the established beneficiary. By implementing this process, individuals effectively remove their property from legal vulnerability while ensuring continuous ownership under asset protection structures. This prevents aggressive legal action from attorneys seeking to seize assets through fraudulent claims. This structured approach ensures individuals regain full control over their financial and real estate assets, leveraging the legal framework established under HJR 192 and the Uniform Commercial Code.